So the Indian cricket team has just lost the World Cup finals against Australia in the Cricket World Cup. And I'm sure the entire nation is sad. But the good news and a happy news for you all is that the Indian football team is on its way slowly but steadily to the FIFA World Cup. And if you want to get in that, if you want to support the Indian football team, if you want to see the Indian football team go to the FIFA World Cup, then like this video, share this video, subscribe to our channel, help football grow in the country.
Enough, yeah. I'm done. Like, see, India, it's in your blood. Cricket is in your blood. Okay, take it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm done, yeah. I'm bored. It's time to kind of look at other sports.
Yeah.
You've got Neeraj Chopra winning gold without almost no support.
Yeah.
After gold, everybody will support. But
Yeah.
it's time to get to the bottom of Indian football because we're just at the starting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to quickly talk about this one thing, which was, cricket became popular in '83,
Correct.
right? When India won the World Cup.
Yeah.
It was of course popular before '83 also, but not as much. The World Cup changed everything.
Changed everything, man.
Now imagine where you are right now. This is pre '83 of football, Indian football. Yeah.
Yes.
And we are the underdogs. This is the 83. Imagine if you were alive at 83. I'm sure some of you might be.
Or some of your parents would have definitely
Yeah.
been around.
Ask them how it felt, and they'll tell you, right? So, listen, we're right at the beginning of Indian football. You have to get in now so that you can reap the benefits of being an Indian football fan from the start. And we're at the start. So let's get started with
And on that
what
note,
we came to do.
and on that note,
Yeah.
welcome to the Sports Half. We're here for an India versus Qatar match preview. The game's going to happen on the 21st of November, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. I think if the sources are right, it's going to be telecast on Sports 18 and that's it.
Geo Cinema,
Geo
hopefully,
Cinema,
hopefully.
apparently.
We're not sure yet.
Yeah, so you can watch the match there. Get behind. We saw 5.2 crore watch number of people watching on Hotstar today for the World Cup.
Yeah.
World Cup final, cricket World Cup final. Let's get at least 5.2 lakhs.
Yeah.
For Indian football, and that's a great start.
Yeah.
If we can't see it on Geo Cinema and all. I don't know if we can see the numbers,
Yeah.
but you guys can make it happen. If you spread awareness, you can make it happen, and let's get right into
And to spread awareness, you have to spread videos that content creators like us are making.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to. I mean, please do. Every friend of yours who does not follow Indian football but wants to, he or she supports football in some form. Manchester United, World Cup. They follow Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. Share this video with them, right? Let them see. Okay, what is India versus Qatar going to be like? And on that note, I think we can get started.
Let's get ready to rumble. So, first things first.
Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about India versus Kuwait,
Uh-huh.
which we just won. It was a historic win.
Yeah.
Could be a era-defining game.
Yeah.
For Indian football. And why it is so important is that it's a World Cup qualifier game.
Yeah.
We've gone away to Qatar, to Kuwait's home,
Yeah.
and we've beaten them 1-0. And they're not an easy team to beat. They're almost as good as us or better, if not.
Yeah.
But on the day, India was better. And our team's growing in confidence. Growing in confidence.
Yeah, and you spoke about how it was a historic win, right?
Mm.
The reason it is a historic win is it was our first away win in 22 years. For anybody who might not know how the qualifiers work, it is home and away fixtures in the group, right? So you've got to win all of your home games and try to
Yeah.
get the most from your away games.
Yeah.
And we were able to win 3 points against our toughest rivals in the group.
No.
Toughest rivals in the sense of can we finish second in the group?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Correct. True.
We finished second, we are through.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you look at it that way, they are our biggest rivals in the
Yeah.
group.
Yeah.
And I hope I mean, we won the game.
We
So
won the game. So coming to that, I think to compile that game into one sentence was Igor's Timash masterclass.
Yeah,
He
tactical
put out a
masterclass.
plan, and the plan worked to absolute perfection.
Yeah.
He played players who we thought would start. He benched players. He benched our most important player in Changte
Yeah.
and brought him on when it mattered, and he contributed when it mattered.
Yeah.
And uh,
And even
man,
Manveer, right? If you look at it that way,
yeah,
Manveer, like you said, Manveer benched the best player and
correct,
he came up with a goal.
yeah,
So, and even the injuries, when we talk about injuries, the last tournament that we played before this, we had Jeekson, we had
yeah,
Anwar.
yeah.
And many people even say that Anwar is good enough to go play
Europe,
in the Europe
top,
in some of
probably
the
top
top divisions
divisions.
if he gets enough time to
Mm,
acclimatize to those
yeah,
surroundings, I'm sure he can get into a top side in
yeah,
Europe. I'm
hundred
not talking
percent.
about Manchester United or Real Madrid or Barcelona, but
Maybe a Brighton, maybe
yeah,
a Real Zaragoza.
Real Zaragoza, for example. Yeah,
Yeah, any
absolutely.
of these teams who play in the top division, he's good enough. But
And yeah,
unfortunately, we missed him.
unfortunately, we didn't have him,
Yeah,
but he brought in players that can still make the difference.
yeah,
Even though we didn't believe in them. Yeah, we will get to all of those
yeah.
things. But yeah, like you said, historic win
Historic win.
against Kuwait.
Yeah,
But next up, we have Qatar.
Qatar, who very, very, very tough opposition to say the
Yeah.
least. But a small bright spark is that they have not been in their best of forms.
Yeah.
Although they have just beaten Afghanistan 8-1
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Thrashed
thrashed.
Afghanistan 8-1.
But also, Afghanistan is playing their, I don't know, third team,
Yeah.
fourth team, fifth team, God knows, because they're all in rebel mode. The main players are striking against the board,
Yeah.
and some bullshit is happening. But Qatar are a danger to watch out for.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, Qatar is ranked 61 in the world.
Mhm.
They are in the top six, if not, top six
They
probably,
play the
top
World
five.
Cup.
Yeah, they played the World Cup. They hosted it,
Yeah,
but they also they've beaten some really good teams. They've
yeah,
beaten Mexico in the run-up
yeah.
to this game,
Right.
which is when you look at the away form, the recent form, the last five games, you will see that they've beaten Mexico
Yeah.
in 1-0.
1-0. They've drawn to Russia 1-1. That's
Yeah,
that's a really good result. They lost to Iran 4-0 last before Afghanistan game.
yeah,
But Iran is again one of the best in Asia.
true.
So
Yeah.
so that's not a bad loss. Or it is a bad loss. Losing 4-0. If that lost 1-0, 2-0, it's fine.
India lost 3-0 to Iran
Yeah.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
So slight positives to take, I think.
yeah.
And if Afghanistan, their shit team, can score a goal against Qatar,
Yes, that's the most
what can
important
we
point.
do? What can
Yeah.
we do? That
If
is,
Afghanistan can score a goal against Qatar,
we
then
can score three.
hopefully at
I think we
home,
can. I'm kind of optimistic
yeah.
coming because, and even more so, it's a home game and the stadium is sold out,
Yes,
which
sold
is
out.
music to my ears.
Great
And
stuff, guys.
the last few India games at home have all been jam packed.
Yeah.
Bangalore, Bhubaneswar, Imphal, now back to Bhubaneswar.
Yeah.
I think fan support is growing and growing, and that confidence, the players get confidence, man,
Yeah.
if not anything else. So, really, really positive to go into this game coming in the back of a victory against Kuwait.
Yeah.
And if we get a win today on
Yeah.
Tuesday, whatever, if we get the win, it's going to be, I think then our route to the World Cup is just all that much more easier.
Oh, yeah, for
Because then
sure.
you have two games against Afghanistan,
True.
where we are expecting 6 points,
Expecting, yeah.
home and away expecting 6 points. And I think we can.
Yeah. Good. You brought this up about, if we win,
Hmm.
we are pretty much through, right?
Yeah.
If we draw, are we pretty much through still? Don't you think?
I think then we need to win Kuwait at home
Yeah, correct.
and
Even that, at least a draw.
at least a draw. Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I mean,
So
that's
it's that it shows the importance of this game.
yeah,
That if we manage to get a point against the toughest team in our group,
yeah.
then it's going to do wonders. And so we've seen Qatar's form. Let's see India's form.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
So
this.
1-0 against Kuwait, obviously. But the three games prior to that, which was the Kings Cup and the Merdeka Cup, didn't
Yeah,
go our way, unfortunately.
yeah, yeah.
The game against Malaysia was a fucking shit show by the referee.
Yeah, that was
We
just
could have
rigged.
won, and it was obviously. I don't want to say rigged, but it definitely looked rigged.
Yeah.
And it could very well could have, because they were the host nation. And if you would have seen the game, you would have known that so many decisions were wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I think that game we were the better team,
Yeah, we were 100% the better team.
but also defensively not
Yeah,
solid.
little suspect.
Little suspect, right? So that should not return when we play against Qatar.
Yeah,
Having said that, again, we were the better team on the day.
yeah.
Referee robbed us of points in that game, and also the pitch was absolutely terrible
Yeah.
in Malaysia.
All
So
in all, it was not going our
yeah,
way. And then we lost to Lebanon 1-0. Lebanon, okay, we've played them like 120 times in the last
yeah.
3 months. So I would take a 1-0 loss. And they're a good team, Lebanon, and we've beaten them also twice.
Yeah, and eventually we had to, law of averages, we had to lose a game. So
Yeah,
yeah, one for the God.
yeah. And then we played Iraq, which was a tough game. We lost on penalties.
Yeah.
So again, Iraq is a good team again
Iraq
in
is an
Asia.
excellent team.
Great team, and we managed to push them to penalties as well.
Yeah, yeah. Iraq is a top 10 team,
Yeah,
top
top
12 team. Yeah. So it's absolutely, we drew them in 90
Yeah,
minutes and then went to penalties.
yeah,
So and it was a great game.
yeah. Really good game.
We should have won that as well, right? We looked good enough to win that game,
Yeah.
and that was what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, so the signs are there. I think confidence, signs of getting wins against better oppositions,
Yeah.
and the players are going to be fucking pumped, I'm sure.
Yeah. Credit where credit is due. You've got to give it to Igor Stimac.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Whatever the players do in club level, at the end of the day, when they wear the national jersey, they need to be able to produce similar, if not better, results with teammates who they have not played against. Maybe even fought during the club season time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Choke slam, like how Messi does. But anyways, uh, so you got to get the team together, team working in a
Yeah.
unison, cohesion,
Yeah.
all of those buzzwords.
You know what
And
this
Igor
reminds
Stimac does.
what this reminds me of is Chak De India.
Okay.
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
Not drawing comparisons to Shah Rukh
No,
Khan and
please.
Igor in any way, but in the movie, Shah Rukh Khan was a failed Indian player in the hockey for India. They lost the
Yeah.
World Cup, whatever. But when he came as a coach, he made that team bonding so strong.
Yep.
And that's what Igor is like for the Indian players in the national team. A lot of players have said that, he addresses them as son.
Yeah.
Like, you are my like, come son, we'll do this, let's do that. And he's being that father figure, role model.
Yeah.
And it's showing on the pitch more than
It's
anything. Like, that's such a great.
yeah, Igor Stimac is Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah, he is our Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah.
Next movie, you don't know who's going to play Igor Stimac. I hope a movie comes about this Indian national team, man.
At some
If we
point.
reach the World Cup, and you know what, if we reach the World Cup, uh, somehow we still have a lot of games. Even though we get through this round of qualifiers, we have two more rounds of games to go through,
Yeah.
and then we reach the World Cup if we do, right?
Yeah.
So, but if and when that day comes, like how we mentioned in the beginning, the world of cricket in India changed. I think that's when media is going to jump in, sponsors are going to jump in,
Yeah.
more money, more facilities, everything. So
No, man, I mean, sponsors is the biggest thing.
yeah,
Like media, chhod do. Like it's fine. I think we are doing, not just us, of course. When I
Yeah.
say we, I mean
many others.
the content creators across India. Talk Football HD, Dhanraj Dhruve, and
Lot of them,
all of them, right? So they've been doing a lot for Indian football. I mean, they do European football as well because that's where the interest lies at the minute, not Indian football. So that needs to change, and it is going to
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah,
And that's when the sponsors need to start coming
yeah,
in.
yeah.
But is it going to take it? For the sponsors to come, is it going to take until we reach the World Cup?
I
Only
think it
then
is. I think it is.
that
Because
sucks, man.
that's where the money is going to be for them, right?
Yeah.
Eventually. But it is what it is. Look, and we're again digressing from what we're here for.
Yeah.
So let's get back into the
Yep.
preview.
Indian.
And I think next up we have head to head. So yeah, last results against Kuwait, against Qatar. We haven't won against them yet, but uh, the most important thing to call out here was 10 September 2019 in the FIFA World Cup qualifiers in 2019.
Yes.
At Qatar, we drew 0-0,
Yeah.
which was another monumental result for us.
Monumental because that Qatar team, if you look at the form at that
Yeah.
point of time,
Yeah.
they were beating some of the top
European teams,
European teams there.
European countries.
European countries, South American countries,
Yeah.
drawing against Argentina, I believe, losing 2-0 to Brazil, like extremely respectable
Yeah.
results across the board.
And we weren't at our best at all
Yeah.
at that point of time in 2019.
Absolutely
It was
not.
just the start of Igor Stimac's career in India. I
Yeah.
think he just took on the role
Yeah.
of coach
Yeah.
after Constantine, and
Yeah.
it was a great result. And then we played them once long back in 1996, which we lost, which doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't
And the
matter.
most recent one, which we lost last year, 1-0, which
Hmm.
again, losing to Qatar is not bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, and losing only 1-0, again, really.
Excellent. Absolutely. I
Yeah,
agree with you on that.
yeah.
Uh, just talking about the Qatar team, right? I mean, they've not done well in the past,
Mm.
like we've already said. And I've heard that they've been rotating their team a lot
Yeah,
in the last few matches, right? So probably that is why they have not performed greatly.
let's see. It's all advantage for us.
Yeah.
Where they lose, we win.
Where they
You
lose,
know?
they will win.
Yeah. And getting straight into the Indian predicted 11 that we think is going to go out for this game.
Yes, let's
Very
go.
important.
Yeah.
The lineup is going to play a major role. Who's going to play, who's not going to play.
Yeah.
I think defensive wise, I think we were good against Kuwait.
Yeah.
Would you change anything?
I wouldn't change anything, but there can definitely be a big discussion on whether Beke should
Yeah.
play or not,
Or Mehtab should play.
or if Mehtab should play, because Mehtab defensively might be better.
Hmm.
Maybe not on the ball, he might not be as good as Beke is.
Yeah.
Leadership wise, he might not be as good as Beke is, but just defensive solidity, I feel Mehtab can be better.
Can be.
But considering that Beke pulled off a great
Yeah, he
performance
played
last
really
game,
well.
yeah. So I think we need to stick with the team
Yeah.
and tell the
And
team.
does Igor Simic want to experiment again now?
Yeah,
If he
Mhm.
does, he might go, but I don't think he should.
yeah,
Stick with your team that's done well away from home,
yeah,
and let's continue that. One change in the midfield. Suresh and Apuya stay there.
yeah.
Put in a really good shift against Kuwait, man. Brilliant, brilliant shift.
They were running
Yeah,
everywhere and they were winning the balls and they were shielding the ball
yeah,
much better than we have ever seen the Indian football team do.
correct.
So,
Absolutely.
and that is so critical for
Yeah,
keeping the ball retention,
yeah, yeah.
So,
So they keep their place, absolutely
yeah.
no doubts about it. Uh,
And the change.
and the change is a controversial, maybe not,
Hmm.
because we have left out Sahal and brought in Anirudh Thapa
Yeah,
for reasons which we can justify, right?
100%.
Sahal, great on the front foot, great in attack, great playing on
In the
final third of the
final
pitch,
half, in fact, yeah.
final third of the pitch.
But that is why we brought in Tapa because we expect this game to be India sitting back,
Yeah,
predominantly letting Qatar have the ball and then hit them on the counter. And for us to sit back comfortably, I think maybe we need one more midfielder in that space who can, intercept balls,
correct,
read the game,
correct.
and all of those defensive
Yeah,
acumen,
yeah,
which Tapa has over Sahal any day.
right.
Right.
And also Sahal didn't do really great against
Kept
Kuwait.
giving the ball away.
He kept giving the ball away, which he does normally,
Yeah,
but he didn't have his flashes of brilliance also,
yeah.
where he just cuts in two, three players. I think once he did it, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
But apart
Not
from
enough.
that, against a decent Kuwait team, not a great Kuwait team, he didn't do enough. So I think Thapa should play.
Yeah,
I would rather Brandon, but apparently Brandon is not fit. Some
yeah. I
elbow
think he's
injury or something.
injured or something. Yeah.
Some nonsense.
Would you rather Brandon play?
Yeah, I think I would rather Brandon
Yeah,
play.
his long balls
Yeah,
is more accurate than
than
Tapa's
Thapa.
would be.
Correct.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
If Brandon is fit, I would rather see him play.
yeah, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen. And we don't change the front three as well.
We don't change the front three as well
Although
because
Changte is
Chante is
key,
the
key.
best player in this team, along with Mahesh. Which is why, and do you play Manveer or do you not play Manveer? That is the question, right? At the end
Yeah,
of the day. And we don't play Changte and we play Manveer because Manveer is full of confidence
yeah,
now.
yeah. You
Uh,
can't bench him after he scored a goal.
yeah, such a crucial goal.
Yeah, crucial.
He's full of confidence. And the reasons why Igor Stimac played Manveer over Changte, they still hold true. Manveer is taller.
taller,
Manveer is stronger.
and
He
he's
might be able to
better at holding the ball.
holding the ball.
He
Yeah,
held up the ball really well on the flanks
true.
against Kuwait.
Yeah,
So if you want to
he
exploit that side of Qatar,
yeah.
their left hand side, then
And he did keep the ball well, right?
yeah,
But what did he not do well? In my opinion, it was releasing the ball. Who
correct,
does he have to release the ball to? I think there was some kind of they were not on the same wavelength.
correct.
So that is why you need to play him again.
Yeah,
So he gets used to the team.
yeah.
He gets into the team. That's another option for us heading into Asian Cup, right?
And another way I think which should be slightly better, again very controversial to line this team up is leave Chetri out. I know it's a tough decision, but you play Manveer as striker. Although see he doesn't do really well at striker
He
position,
doesn't.
and he hasn't played as a striker for India
Yeah.
ever.
But do we
Okay,
have any
but he
option?
is a striker.
He is, yeah.
You saw the goal he scored. It's a proper striker's finish.
Yeah.
So I think you play Manveer as striker. You bring Changte into the left
Yeah.
and sorry into the right because Qatar's main attacking is going to come from that left hand side.
Right.
Okay,
Which is our right hand
which is
side.
our right hand side. And if Changte can
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
a yard faster
Yeah.
than their left back who's always going to push up. Changte
Yes.
can find that run where
Oh,
he feeds,
yes.
he just leaves him for good and just runs and gets the goal.
100%. What a
So
great point. Yeah. Yeah.
could be Igor Simach has to think a lot about this.
Yeah.
And if we can think about this, I'm sure he can.
I'm sure.
But there are other things to consider as well.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, that's the
yeah,
predicted
that's the
lineup.
only changes we would make. Either Changde comes in for Chetri and Sahal comes in for Thapa. I think you
Yeah.
leave the
Those are.
rest of the team.
Yeah, and Beke is also debatable. I won't be
Yeah,
surprised if Beke
yeah,
doesn't play.
sure. Yeah,
I'd probably
100%.
be a little bit happy
Yeah,
because Beke has a
correct.
few mistakes in him, so
Yeah.
which is something that I don't want to see against Qatar. Please.
So let us know your predicted 11s in the comments. Let us know who you want to see. And moving to the last part of the preview, I think so. We don't have a predicted lineup for Qatar since we don't know too much about all
Yeah.
their players, and it's really tough to make a graphic for them, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about or take a look at the three key players
Yeah.
from their team. I think straight up is their captain Hassan
Yeah.
Haidos.
Yeah.
Haidos,
Hidos.
great player, been the captain for quite a long time.
Quite a long time, yeah. Most number of caps, if I'm not wrong, as well.
Yeah.
Pretty old dude. Plays a lot more deeper. He has a good switch of play,
Yeah.
which we need to be really careful about.
Yeah. He
And yeah,
pings ball from deep to the left wing, right wing, really
yeah.
great at all that.
And he's an engine. Like
Yeah.
he keeps ticking the
Ticket.
passes, especially against teams like India, Afghanistan. He's gonna keep playing the passes, play to the right wing, take the ball, switch the play,
Yeah.
left back, left wing. So
So Suresh and Apuya have a tough job on their
tough
hands.
job. Yeah.
I think you put Apuya or Suresh on him constantly.
Yeah, or
Wherever he goes,
yeah, or Chetri, I would say. Like if
Mhm.
Hados plays deep, I'm not sure exactly how he's going to play. But if he's really deep, then Chetri marks him out of the game, and then
Yeah.
we've got a chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are multiple ways in how
Yeah.
we can approach that.
Next up is Almoez Ali, their striker.
Starman.
Starman got 4 goals against Afghanistan, two of them penalties,
Yeah.
but I think he played that striker role so well. He was just there when he
Yeah.
needed to be.
Yeah.
Tap in after tap in after tap in.
Yeah, and this guy's so quick. He's
Yeah.
really talented. He also plays on the right wing. If you want, you can play on the left wing.
Yeah.
So he is going to be everywhere. Expect
True.
him to be everywhere. Who's going to mark him? Who's going to keep him quiet? If we can keep Almoez Ali quiet, then maybe they don't have a goal in them.
True.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And finally, their most important player, if
Yeah.
you go by the Afghanistan game,
Yeah.
is their left back, and we already mentioned Homam El Amin,
Yeah.
constantly running up that
Yeah.
left wing man. Left wing, he played more as a left wing back than a
Yeah.
left back. And I think what 4 assists, 5 assists.
Yeah, he was there everywhere. He was
You
the
just
one.
couldn't count. He was just there always putting in the crosses, he had a great cross for the first goal which they
Yeah.
scored. First or second goal which they scored.
Yeah. Yeah.
And constant threat.
Yeah, and I've just had a look at their lineups for the last 5, 6 games.
Mhm.
He's one constant in that team.
Mm.
He's not removed. Like
Yeah.
he's Mr. Dependable for
Yeah.
Qatar in that sense.
100%.
So that, or you can also look at it as they don't have anybody else in that
No,
position.
Yeah, it's either that or, but he's just so good. Like
He's good.
he's
That's the
so
big.
good. Like
That's
that's
a
the
big
be
point.
all and end all of it.
Yeah.
He's too good. So those are their key players. And finally, taking a look at our key players, I think straight up Nikhil Pujari, because of
Yeah.
what we said, to counter Elamin,
Yeah.
we need him to be at his best.
Yeah.
And
Defensively best,
yeah,
and on the off chance when we get a counter attack in the transition, can he run up that pitch? And
yeah,
he's quick. Nikhil's quick. You were talking about the space left behind
yeah,
by the Qatar left
yeah.
back. Nikhil can exploit that, I
He
think
can.
so.
Yeah, and
But
especially if
defense, yeah,
Changte doesn't play and Manveer plays, then
he should be the
he should
one
be the
who's
one.
making those runs.
Yeah.
But I was going to say something about defensively. Yeah. So Nikhil Pujari, defensively, he needs to have a 10 on 10.
He cannot switch off for even a second.
No,
He cannot afford to do that. So he needs to put in the performance of his life,
yeah,
probably, in this game.
all heart and soul.
Yeah.
It could even be make or break for his
Yeah.
Indian future, Indian lineup future, because I mean, look, he's played excellent for in every match that he has
Yeah.
played in. But there are better players, in our opinion, who are knocking on the doors as well,
Yeah, better if not at the same level,
if not at the same
who
level,
have a better ceiling than Pujari. I think
higher.
if you
Yeah,
talk about that, Roshan,
yeah,
BFC Roshan Singh
yeah,
has a better ceiling, but he's just not there yet.
yeah.
So if Nikhil Pujari wants to cement his place, he needs to do well against these kind of
Yeah.
teams.
Then he's set for the next couple of years in
Yeah,
this national
yeah.
team.
And then next up, Sandesh Jingan
Yeah.
again needs to put in a great performance. Needs to keep what's his name, Almoez Ali,
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah.
He can't let Almoez Ali get into the box and get those tap-ins. So really, really important.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that because Jigan is our fallback option.
Yeah.
If everything goes to shit in the team, Sandesh Jingan is the one who has to save us at the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So if Sandesh Jingan makes no mistakes and is at his best, I know he's going to save 2, 3 goals. And we haven't spoken about another main man, and we
Hmm.
haven't spoken about him in a very long time,
Hmm.
which is Gurpreet Singh Sandhu,
Oh yeah.
who put out the best bloody performance possible in the 0-0 draw against Qatar. So yeah, Sandesh Jingan and Gurpreet Singh
Gurpreet Singh
Sandhu
Sandhu.
together have to keep this team
Yeah.
keep a clean sheet basically. If we keep a clean sheet, nothing like it. Like clean sheet is the
Yeah.
aim.
I mean, to be blunt about it, defense has to be solid. There's
Yeah,
no two ways about it. Any of those four and Gurpreet, if they switch off for a second, they're going to punish us.
yeah, yeah,
So that's that. And finally, we know we didn't put him in the lineup,
yeah,
but always for the last few games and the next few games,
yeah.
Changte is going to be our key player for every game.
100%. It's the man's drive, the man's just motivation levels
Yeah.
to turn up on the pitch. He was not played
Yeah.
best, and everybody will argue that he is one of the best players in the country
100%.
right now.
100%.
Maybe not on form as much,
Yeah.
but in terms of skill, talent, number one right now.
100%.
Right?
100%.
And he's benched. He comes in 20 minutes left in the game, runs behind the defense,
And
puts the ball in,
gets an assist.
unselfish.
Yeah, great assist.
Yeah, I mean,
And
you
yeah,
can always depend on him.
yeah.
That's the thing.
And
Yeah,
whether he starts or comes on, he's going to be key for
yeah,
us.
yeah,
So I think he's our most key player for us if we need the goals.
yeah.
But if we don't need to concede, then our defenders have to be on top of their game.
Yeah, and like you said, he's going to play. Changte is
Yeah,
going
he's
to
going to
play.
play. Whether starts or
Whether
not, we don't
start
know.
or not, he's going to play the game.
He's going to play.
So,
It's going to be really important. And yeah, that's it about the preview. Finally, predictions. Predictions.
are we feeling a little lucky today? I mean, we just lost the Cricket World Cup.
Fuck that
So,
shit, bro. We
uh, what would I be happy with? 0-0.
100%, bro.
What do I
100%.
predict? 2-1 to India.
2-1 to India. Yeah, that sounds like a gettable result.
Yeah.
I think a draw is the most obvious.
Yeah.
0-0, 1-1. Because as you said, if Afghanistan can score, then why can't we, right?
Yeah.
So a goal definitely has to be on the cards for us. If we get a win, bro, pants off. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think
What's your prediction then?
My prediction is a draw. I don't know, 0-0, 1-1 or what. That's my
Okay.
prediction.
Right.
But I'd be over the moon with a win for sure, without fail. And I wouldn't be too upset with the loss also.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And you know the players, the Indian football players, they know one, they just beat Kuwait, one of the most
mm,
historic wins in our history in World Cup qualifiers, all that jazz. But two, they also know that Cricket World Cup, we lost the finals.
yeah,
Obviously, they've seen a little bit of the cricket, I'm sure,
yeah,
right? So they know there is a fucking opportunity here to convert a few of the frustrated cricket fans into lifelong football fans.
yeah,
And that should be enough reason to give your heart and soul on the pitch against Qatar at Kalinga Stadium in Orissa on November 21st.
yeah.
If that is not enough reason for you, then you're not playing the sport for the right reasons.
Yeah. And as skipper, captain, leader, legend Sunil Chhetri recently said, if India reaches the World Cup, the whole country will go mad. They will
Insane.
go berserk. Imagine the buzz, man. Football is definitely the best sport in the world. Okay, just is that in India, cricket has precedence over
Yeah.
it for whatever reasons. We all know it. But
Yeah.
the day we do what we've never done before, I think it changes.
Yeah.
Changes just like that.
And it's
And
coming.
it's coming soon.
Maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years,
Maybe 2 years.
maybe 2 years.
So
Yeah.
2026 World Cup.
Yeah.
And on that note, please share this video with everyone. Uh, please let everyone know that there's a match happening. That's the least you can do, to be honest. That let them know there's a match and they can watch it.
Yeah.
And if we will be going live for the game, as we did, we'll be doing a watch along. So join us, come and watch the match with us. 7:30 p.m. Tuesday. Do tune in, and we will see you on the next one.
See you there.